What's up, my sad souls? It's your girl Evie B coming back to you today. If you don't know the name of this channel, the name of this channel is because Evie said so. If you don't know, I'm Evie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. On this channel, we talk about a lot of things. We talk about whatever the topic is for the day, whatever I have on my mind, and whatever you might have questions about. So today we're gonna get into this mukbang. I got this 10-piece wing, and it came from Chicago Pit Stop Barbecue. It is in Chicago Heights, so I drove out there to get it, and it is delicious. I love their barbecue. But today I wanted to do some chicken. So today I got, like I said, the 10-piece chicken wings. Before we get into anything, let me go ahead and bless this food. Gracious Father, we're so thankful for this food. I ask that you make it nourishment to our body, and for Christ's sake, amen. Thank you. Okay, so as y'all know, the first bite is yours. Look at that. I love the barbecue sauce. The barbecue sauce, they got hot, they have mild, but regardless, it is delicious. So let's go ahead and get down. Yep, feel good. Oh my God. It's like a honey kind of sweet and tangy barbecue at the same time. They gave me some bread. They came with fries and coleslaw. So, what y'all doing? What's up today? Well, I'm gonna tell you what's up with me. It's a kid-free weekend. Hello. Oh my gosh. My mom, sweet lady, said she was gonna keep the kids this weekend. Now, mind you, I got teenagers, but they had to go, okay? They had to go somewhere. Like I've been telling y'all for the longest, they've been here since March. So, love them to death, but I need a moment to breathe. Yes, yes, Jesus. So, you know, this pandemic stuff, since COVID happened, like I said, a lot of us locked in with our kids, our families, etc., etc. I'm a single mom, and I get frustrated a lot, but I guess my question is, do you have anybody that relieves you? Right, or somebody you know for sure will keep your kids, you're okay with that, and but you don't use it all the time, you don't abuse it, like to keep another kid. So, is there a way you know you need a break? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know anger happens when you get pissed off, but comment below if you have a ride or die person that will watch your kids, that you would trust with their lives with your kids. And for me, that person is my mom, my sisters, my brother. I know that they're going to treat my kids good. They're going to take care of my kids. As a matter of fact, they check them sometimes more than I do. Okay? So I know y'all like, kid-free weekend, what you doing at home? Let me tell you something. I got a kid-free weekend, and I dream about that all the time. What would I do if the kids left? What would I do? What am I going to do? I said I'm going to hang out. I said I'm going to drive around, see stuff, go shopping, see a friend, whomever. Go to my sisters, something. And guess what? I'm right here with y'all. You know why? Because sometimes I just need a moment to breathe. Like I said earlier, I just need some peace and quiet. Quiet. Yep, that's quiet. So, actually, I'm just going to stay home, watch me some good stuff on Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Amazon, something. And I won't have to hear every 5 seconds, Mom, 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 like Stewie, okay? Seriously, like Stewie. One of my daughters, she comes in my room so often, like it's her mission every day to come in my room about 12 to 20 times. And I try to get out because most of the time she's just there to bug me. She'll come in there, she'll say, Mom. And I'll say, what? Of course. And she'll say, hi. And then she'll leave the room. And she's like, really? But that's the quirky stuff they do. The stuff I would miss if they weren't here with me all the time. But today, they are my mom's problem. Not that they'll be a problem, because they're so helpful to their nana. That's what we call them. Their nana. They love her so much. And I'm going to tell you something. I couldn't live without my mom. I mean, I know people say that, but I really mean that. Like, my mom, she's just not my mom. She's my friend. She's instructive. I don't think she's ever, well, she gave me bad advice one time. No, I won't say that. She gave me good advice about getting married. But at the time, I didn't want to get married to the person I was getting married to. Now, I mentioned I was single. I'm single because I'm divorced. Twice. And I know y'all are like, ooh, tell it, spill it, girl. Spill it. Well, here we go. My first husband, he was a good man. I married him in my early 20s. Back in, I think, 95? 95? Yeah. May of 95. We got married. So, we had been kicking it at least 2 years prior to that, living together. Same. For me. I mean, it makes me ashamed now because I know that's not the right thing to do. However, for some people, that's what they do. And I don't judge you. I told you that before. I make mistakes. I do things that I think are right that might not necessarily be right. So I'm not nobody to judge. But anyway, when we started out, he was a great guy. He was the oldest, and his family of kids, I was the oldest, and my family of kids. His favorite color was black and gold. My favorite color at the time was black and gold. My favorite color now is yellow. Love, love, love yellow. So, that's my favorite. Anyway, little did I know, he was a monster. A real monster. He was gentle. He was like a gentle giant. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. You done lost your mind. Okay? He was addicted to drugs. I didn't know that. I found out, I'd say maybe a week before we were supposed to get married. He came home and he was like, I need some money. And I was like, well, you just got paid. What did you do with your money? And he just kept saying, I need some money. They got my ID. I was like, hey, that's your ID. Who got your ID, okay? Who? So, he's like, I was getting high off that crack. That's what he was on, y'all. And they had his ID. They wouldn't give it back until he paid them for the money for the stuff he smoked up already. So, I ended up going to the crack house with him. Not to do crack. Like, I don't do no drugs, okay? Only drugs I do are prescribed for me from the doctor. Okay. Anyway, I went to the crack house with him because I was mad. I was like, how are you going to take your ID? No. I didn't know what was going on. I was totally naive to the scene. So anyway, back there, I ended up paying them, I think it was close to $400 to get his ID back. Now, he got the ID back. We caught the bus. We didn't have a car. So he's on the west side of Chicago. I'm not going to give the address to the crack house because, one, I'm not going to give the address. And two, I'm still not going to give the address. But They know who they are. And God don't like ugly. So, anyway, after he gets his IG back, he wants to stay and get high some more. I mean, how high can you be? So, I was like, oh no, we out of here. We out of here now. So, we get his stuff, we leave, we get on the bus, get on the train, go all the way back to our little apartment. We were staying with his auntie in her basement, and it was set up as an apartment. So we get back. I worked hard for every dime I had. I worked at the utility company at the time in Michigan. And anyway, I worked so hard. So I was frustrated and angry. And I'm telling you this story because love will make you do really dumb things. Because I loved him so much, I still married him. Because he told me, and that's how naive I was, y'all, that if I married him, he wouldn't be lonely anymore. He wouldn't need to get high. He would have me. And that would be enough. Okay. He done ran that game. It sounds good. I'm in love already. Sure. I want to help you out, buddy. I want to help you get clean. I'm going to be a great wife. Okay. Did I mention I was divorced twice? Okay. So, fast forward 13 years later. 13 years later. I put up with this. Still getting high. Selling stuff out the house. Having to replace stuff. The washer. I was so done when he sold our bed. You heard what I said. Yep, I said it. Our bed. And the thing about it was, when he sold these items, he sold them to family members. Not my family members, his family members. They knew he had a problem. They knew he wanted to get high. But they took advantage of it. When he sold the stuff, it went right to them. And they wouldn't give it back. So I ended up paying for things 2, 3, 4 times. Totally naive. I really thought every time I put him in rehab, it would work. I paid out of the pocket for rehab. Then I had really good insurance. So good. So delicious. Delicioso. The sauce. Oh my God. Let me try some of the coleslaw. Hold on, y'all. So, anyway, I married him. And I really thought I was Florence Nightingale to somebody. I could keep him from getting high. Let me tell you something. But if you know somebody's getting high, and you don't do anything about it, or you get used to it, or you say, oh, it's just the way they are, you're an enabler. You're an enabler to him, or her, or yourself. And I know, I get it. You're in love. Oh my God, you're deep in love. Especially you have children, or you have been through something together, and you don't want to leave them. You don't want to abandon ship. You want to be there when they need you the most. Well, let me tell you something. Again, if that person loved you back, sickness or no sickness, they would try to get right. But sometimes you got to let them fly on their own. Like a mama bird. When the bird gets ready, she lets the bird fly. It either flies or dies. That's what they do. Now, they don't not love their babies, but they're teaching them. Get out there in the world. Be prepared. Take care of yourself. You have to realize you got to take care of you. Now, that was my first husband. 13 years later, I was in the shower and I was crying and praying because I was so tired of having to deal with the abuse, Yes, in between that time there was abuse. He broke my hand. And various other things that I'm not going to talk about today. But I hope this helps somebody out there that's in love and struggling to leave. I know you love them, but if you love yourself, you gotta go. You gotta give them a chance to fix their own life. You're not a fixer. You're not Scandal. You're not the lady on Scandal. You don't fix stuff. You depend on God. You pray. You do your very best. And if that's not good enough, you need to move on. Okay? So, I was in the shower, praying and crying at the same time. And the Lord told me, Evelyn, you need to flee Egypt. And I said, what? Because God doesn't like divorce. That's what the Bible says. But He does give us reasons for divorce. And yes, one of those reasons is if a spouse cheats on you. And then if a spouse tries to keep you from worshiping God or away from service. Those are reasons. Well, he had them all. I loved him though. I loved him because he loved me. But we divorced, and he's since passed on, and that's why I can tell this story today. I wouldn't tell it while he was alive. He would have been upset and embarrassed. But to honor him, I'll say this. Towards the end of his life, he was clean. After we divorced, he got his stuff together. After we left, oh my God, sorry. When he got his stuff together, he determined to start his life over, and he did a good job. So at the end, I was proud. I was proud of him. You know, we had our ups and downs for 14 years. Like I said, I was married again. He would call me all the time, every year to see how I was doing. And every year, God bless him, he would ask me, will you marry me again? Well, one, I'm gonna marry you and I'm married. And two, no, I wouldn't. Because by that time, I had children. And I wasn't sure if he could stay clean and have children. Because children are stressful. Not so much that you don't love them or care for them, but children present opportunities, issues, discussions, and sometimes chaos. And your marriage has to be so strong to raise them, or you need to be so strong in order to raise them. And that's what I was. I didn't want him over my kids. He had already wrecked my life. And by the time I walked away with nothing. Clothes on my back, my car, a pack of sunflower seeds, and a water bottle. After we divorced, we stayed together about, I don't know, 6 to 7 months together. Oh yeah, here it is. I'm drinking some Arizona tea. This is a fruit punch. I love these things. They're like 99 cents at the gas station. They're so good. It's good, y'all. You should try it. Like I said, it's the Arizona tea, all natural fruit punch, fruit juice cocktail. Can't beat it for 99 cents. Well, I'm saying all of this because it's a kid-free weekend for me. But it doesn't mean because I'm divorced that I'm lonely. It doesn't mean that I need to go out there in pursuit of some man. I'm trying to raise my girls. Once my girls are grown, then it's my turn. But until then, I want to set a really good example for them. So, nope, not going to the club. Nope, not going to the bar. Nope, not going on a date. What do you think? I mean, if your kids are teenagers, do you think it's appropriate for the adult to date them? Because they're older and they can talk, and when they were younger, they couldn't really speak up for themselves. Okay? Nobody's gonna say, I'm a child molester. Nobody's gonna have a t-shirt on that says, I'm a pedophile. So, having girls and boys now, just children in general, you have to be very careful about who you let in your house to be over your kids. People are nuts. Sometimes they have the weirdest fetishes. They are full of the devil, and they will mess with your kids. But try me if you want to, okay? Try me if you want to. But to avoid all of that, I just don't see anybody right now. But I want to know, what do you think? If your children are teenagers, like 16, 15, 14, do you think it's appropriate, excuse me, for the mom or the dad to go ahead and start dating if they're divorced? I don't know. I kind of feel some way about it. I feel like I shouldn't. It's so good. Sorry, y'all. So good. I feel like I paid my dues because I've waited so long to go ahead and start dating. But it's okay. I'm gonna have to wait. And then I guess my question also would be, when you're in your 40s, early 50s, how do you start dating again? How do you start dating? What do you do? You know? Do you do matchmaking or something? Because I'm not a club person, okay? I'm not a bar person. So I don't even know where to go. You know, we can't go to the museums. You know, we can't go anywhere pretty much indoors anymore and sit down. So in today's society, I guess it would be really hard. But anyway, your girl is happy. Your girl is at home. My day is even better now because of you. Because you're here to share this with me. I appreciate y'all. Got a piece of bone. I hope you guys will like and subscribe to this channel and share. Share with your friends. You know, your girl, I want to get to know you guys. I want to talk to you on the regular. I love you guys. And having somebody to express to, talk about situations, to potentially help the situation. No, I should have drank this Seagram's, but I already got that, so that's okay. There's a gnat in here, y'all. I hate gnats. Anyway, kid-free weekend, kid-free weekend. Kid-free weekend. I don't have no plans. And sometimes that's the best way. No plans. Oh my gosh. These wings are covered so well. Let me show you again. See? That is a lot of barbecue sauce. And it's mild. Like I told you, it's tangy and sweet. It's just enough sweetness and just enough tangy. It's not too sweet, because I hate too sweet barbecue. And I hate barbecue that is really, really tart as well. Gives me indigestion. So this is a good combination. And I think I ate, I don't know how many I ate, but I ate quite a few. But I'm getting full, and that's okay. I know y'all like, well, what about your second husband? Well, my second husband was a lot younger than me. You heard what I said. a lot younger than me. And nope, I am not a cougar. Maybe. At the time, I was about, I hate to even say it sometimes, 15 years older than him. So yeah, people say, oh my God, he was rocking the cradle. Yeah, probably. But at the time, when I met him, he was so nice. He was refreshing to see someone with manners and love me for me. Found the most noticeable features of me and loved on him. He loved my eyes. He loved my lips. My mind. He was talking the talk, and I was walking right into it. Ended up walking into it. We got pregnant. I love my daughter. And then we had another daughter after we got married. So we had 2 girls. And as he grew older, I was worried. I was like, is he gonna regret me? But he didn't. He didn't regret me. But as he grew older, he started to branch out there, okay? Like, he was cheating, doing all kinds of stuff. And I put up with that for 10 years. And I know y'all like, look, first time I'd have been out. Yeah, that's what you say. That's for some of you, you would have done it. You'd have been like, whatever, I'm out of here. He was the father of my kids. I'd waited so long to have kids. I had my first daughter at 34. And my second daughter at 36. And I know, y'all like, well, Janet Jackson had a baby at 50. That's great for Janet. Yay. Not happening here, okay? But anyway, I fell for a hook, line, and sinker. Married him. And ended up regretting it. I didn't regret it because I didn't put in the work, y'all. I regretted it because he was so much younger. I really should have realized that he hadn't even had a taste of life yet. So when he tasted life, he just kept on tasting it, okay? Oh my God. I just knocked over my beans. That's okay. I'm just gonna sit it down over here because it's everywhere. It's okay. I'll get it up later. But anyway, this is what I'm saying. Life. It throws you curveballs, but you know what? You got to keep on moving. You got to keep on going. You know, and that's cool. Life is full of stuff. It's not perfect. Am I bitter because I had 2 broken relationships? No, I'm not. My mom told me, and I love my mom. I told you guys. I said, Mom, I had 2 failed marriages. You know, I feel broken about that. And she said, no, Evelyn. She said, you had 2 men that failed you. Powerful. So powerful. It makes me want to cry right now. It makes me want to cry because when she said that, it released me. It released me from the burden. I thought I did something wrong. I thought I wasn't good enough. I thought I wasn't skinny enough or smart enough. But what I realized was I was always enough. They just didn't want it. They just didn't care about me the way I cared about them. Excuse me. Get a napkin or something. Sorry, y'all. I apologize. It makes me, when I think about it, it makes me cry because I've been released. I've been released. So when I divorced him, everybody, all my girlfriends, they came around, they thought I was going to lose it. That I was going to lose my mind. That I was going to be extremely sad and broken and all of that. And when I divorced him, I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, yes, all this is over. I don't have to be responsible for him anymore. His bad choices and the way he was making me feel. It's hard to walk around as the wife and you walk into the other woman, okay? And people be like, oh, I would have slapped her. Oh, I would have did this. I would have did that. Yep, all of that was going through my mind. And believe me, it was more than just one. I would be embarrassed walking down the street. Somebody recognized my kids, but didn't recognize me as his wife. Look, you deserve better. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you right now. You already struggling. You're trying to raise your kids. If you're by yourself, you deserve better. You can wait a little bit. God will send it. But let's say you're in a bad relationship right now and you got kids. I'm not going to tell you to leave them, but I am going to tell you this. You're stronger than you know. You're more powerful than you ever believed. God is on your side. He wants to help you. Don't think of it as, oh my God, I got to get an apartment. I don't have the money. I got to get this. I got to get that. I'd be better off just staying here. Not necessarily. Like I said, when I walked away, I had nothing. The second time I walked away, all I had was my kids. It was enough. It was enough because I could sleep. I wasn't anxious. I wasn't crying all the time. I wasn't depressed. I wasn't ashamed anymore. I took that power back. It was mine, and I took that power back. I became powerful on my own. I learned how to do things I never thought I could do before. Everything that I wanted him to do for me and he didn't do, God helped me to do. I don't know why I got on this subject today, but my spirit says that somebody needs to hear it. The food is great. Don't get me wrong. This mukbang was on point. I love these wings. I got quite a few left. I'm going to go ahead and wrap them back up so I can get this as a snack later or whatever. But the spirit told me to tell you, you're powerful. You're so powerful. You're smart. You are beautiful. Beautiful. Your smile, your eyes, they light up. There's something about you that's radiant. For my guys out there who think they're not handsome enough or they don't have that swag, yes, you do. You have your swag. You have your potential. You have your everything. You're everything. You're everything, and somebody out there needs your everything to complete with them. They're out there looking. They're out there looking and waiting for a man that's good, for a man that's right, for a man that trusts in God first. They're out there looking for peace. Being in a bad relationship and staying there for the kids is not right. It's not right. Kids are not stupid. They get it. They understand. They understand the arguments. They see the arguments. It disturbs them. They have to grow up in that environment. So what would you choose? Comment below. You want to choose peace and maybe be a little lonely for a while? Or do you want to stay in a bad relationship because you think that he's the father of your children or she's the mother of your children? Were you raised that way? To not give up? Because that's not wrong to hold on to something, to want to work it. But you cannot fight a fight if only one person is in the ring. You got to be able to fight together. People have to fight for their marriage, fight for their relationship. You have to work on it. If you're the only one working on it, it's time to go. You can work on yourself, okay? I can be bad by myself. I can be sad by myself. I can be frustrated by myself. I don't need your frustration. I don't need that. Anyway, I'm glad we had a chance to talk today. I'm glad that I was able to voice it. Like I said, this message is for, it's for you. It's for you. And you. And you. And you. It's for y'all. It's for y'all to know you're great on your own. You're great and amazing. Once again, you're powerful more than you ever know. I'm so pleased to be able to sit here with you guys. I want to kick it on the regular. Why? Because Evie said so. The advice I gave today is because Evie said so.